Hey there, CIS102. Welcome to session 3. I'm positive that this is the last time I want to mention this, and I'm also positive that by now everybody is on board with this. But we have picked up a couple of extra students over the course of the last week or so. So for everybody who has hopped on, um, I'll call it since the end of session 1 to here, the end of session 2, welcome aboard. For everybody else, and actually for everybody who's just enrolled, also, what I will say is that all of you are in and getting traction in my IT lab, and I think that that is a pretty phenomenal start. So congratulations to all of us for having survived this transition. And so far, honestly, everybody's doing pretty good. If I look at the class average for scores so far in my IT lab, people are doing well. When you see this published, it will be Saturday. I know a couple of you have had issues because my IT lab actually had issues over the course of this past week, and it booted us all out, I think, a couple of times. I actually spent, I know Maria did too yesterday. I spent a couple of hours being booted out of my IT lab. If that's the case, just shoot me a message and let me know, and you'll have the opportunity to complete the work later, even if it comes in late. So please take this as my permission to not freak out if you are going to miss the deadline on something. And again, this is the last time I'm going to mention this, is I am far happier if you hand it in late, get the points late, and have the skills you need, rather than being able to levy some sort of like cosmic spanking on you for getting something in late. Listen, stuff happens. And over the last, 12 months here, lots of stuff is happening. So relax, take it easy. We'll have those assignments stay open. You do not have to worry about it. So that's all the stuff from the past. Now let's focus on the future. In this session, spread between both my IT lab and Eagle, we will talk about chapters 5 and 6, and we will start to talk about Excel. So let me tell you the following things to look forward to in Eagle before we get to my IT lab. So first and foremost, there are videos for chapters 5 and 6, and remember, the videos I put out there are not just rehashings of what you see over in my IT lab. They are, in fact, new and genuine and connected to you guys much more, I think, practically than some of the stuff that we see over in my IT lab. So, for instance, the Chapter 5 material supplements I have for you there include PC and Mac optimization tools that wipe the floor with the ones that the textbook suggests are going to be good. I also have in there an updated-ish computer buying guide. I'll tell you honestly, I want to do another one because right now, like February, I know it's not February yet, but just like squint with me at these last couple of weeks and it's February. But right now, February of 2021 is a really complicated time to buy a PC. So what I'm going to do is put together a new video and drop that for all of you, so that if you are thinking about upgrading, if you are thinking about getting a new Mac, if you're thinking about getting a new PC, number one, it's a great time. Number two, it's a scary time, because number three, there's a lot of mistakes here to be made. So I'll put together a new video for that for you over the course of this week, and I will send it to everybody. And really, I think of that as a lifeboat for all of us, because the smarter it is you spend your money, the more money you have, right? So you'll see that over the course of the week, but there is some guiding principle stuff in there for you right now that is, in general, still good. I also have a couple of videos in there for how you can turn a solid state drive into an external drive. So this would be essentially a 1 terabyte flash drive now. But instead of running at flash drive speeds, which are slow, it's called a megabit per second. It's not even a megabyte. So it's a 1/8 of that size. This is as cheap as the law will allow. I bought this rather frugally. It's a silicon power. It really doesn't matter the brand. Amazon has a gazillion of them. This is a 1 terabyte drive that between the external, you can see it here with the case with the cable, and just having this, it actually sits on the back of my Mac and is my video drive. So the videos I save here all end up on here, and I fill up these drives way more quickly than I thought I would. This 1 terabyte drive put together like this costs less than $90. That is a huge amount of external storage. It looks a little bootleg, but it's very cheap and it's very fast. These run, instead of 100 megabits per second, this particular drive runs at nearly 600 per second. So this blows the doors off of an external flash drive, and it may even blow the doors off of the drive you have inside of your computer or your laptop. If you don't like the, I'm going to call it risk. If you don't like the risk that comes with just setting that on the back of your machine, I don't blame you. So this corner of the office, you can tell right here, right before class, this class, the one I'm recording for you guys, I was a kindergarten helper over there with my little man. And let me tell you, I'm grateful that my Mac is so hardy, because just today it took a basketball. You can see it right back here. It took a basketball to the screen. No big deal. It was a boy's basketball, not a real one. So if you don't feel like you have an environment where you're going to keep safe a $100 external drive, they do, for only a few dollars more, have these nice little cases you can put them in. All of that is in the video under the Chapter 6 heading in Eagle. This puts together with no tools. It is holding another 1 terabyte drive that I travel with, and this is 1/3 the price of an external drive that you could buy from somebody else, and it's just a little bit bigger. And saving, $200 for a 1 terabyte extra drive is a huge deal. So I've got a bunch of stuff like that for you in the Chapter 5 and Chapter 6 links here in Eagle to go check out. Also, while you're in there, there is an explainer on why Excel is important. What I feel like my IT lab does is show you what you can do, and what I don't think it does a great job is tell you why you want to be able to do that. So here, just by way of an advertisement, Excel legitimately is the language of business. Whether or not you are in a small company or a large company, we communicate the business needs in Excel. So every skill it is that you have in Excel differentiates you from all the rest of the employees here who know how to read an Excel spreadsheet but can't put one together. So honestly, I genuinely believe this is all of the time you spend getting to know, getting to learn, and getting to kick ass with Excel pays off when you go to an office someplace and you say, hey, did you need somebody to kick ass with Excel? That's me. So all of those things are spread out between Eagle and my IT lab. I know this is getting long. I have only one more thing to tell you, that there are quizzes in Eagle. They are undated right now. I'm going to tell you about them now. I'm going to release another video on them again later on so that this doesn't get lost in the shuffle. But what I'll tell you is they're all exceedingly short. They are all exceedingly superficial, and all I am trying to do is calibrate your vocabulary. What I want to do is turn you loose on an industry. I want to turn you loose on an organization. And when they ask you questions about things having to do with Word, having to do with Excel, having to do with all of these computer concepts, I want you to kick ass at that too. Today is the day of kicking ass. So the quizzes are fast in Eagle. They are there superficially rather. They just skim the surface so that you can get the vocabulary absolutely correct. And they are all due the last day of the course. But please do not wait that long. They are here in the session 3 module, I'll start reminding you about, like, go back and take Word, go back and take the chapters 1 through 3. Next week, when you're done with this, you can take the 4, the 5, the 6. When you're done with Excel, you can go back and take that. They're just short little ditties to make sure that when somebody says, so tell me about upgrading RAM, you have the right terminology right there at your disposal, and you can go ahead and demonstrate the use there. So that's our very long summary of things to come here in session 3. Welcome aboard, everybody who's new. Congratulations to everybody who's surviving, and stay safe and stay sane out there. Check us out for more content over the course of the week here, and do remember that if you're experiencing any issues either with My IT Lab, with Eagle, or in general, don't forget to reach out.